Hi guys. So it's always a thing of joy, to make these videos. Sincerely, I am happy each time I stand here, to do this, because the feedbacks we get, they are good, and most of those feedbacks are, targeting towards doing a better job. And sincerely, with time, we would, do something better. But thank you. I hope you're well. I mean, really, you have to be well, and our prayer is always that you will be well. Friends, a lot of my guys think that I should go into comedy and stop all this seriousness and all. I mean, if I had been putting up, comic videos, I know how many followers I would have gotten by now, and. Most of the motivational speakers, they are depressed. Talk nothing. They perspire to inspire to aspire. All those things. They work again. Even the people where they talk out, guys, they don't give up on it. But we all will not be comedians, really. But be it as it may, guys, talking about depression, really, is it possible that we have people who are depressed around us, and really we don't know? you know um how can we really help people who are going through depression? It's really important that we know how we can help them. In recent times, we've seen a lot of posts on social media about persons who have committed suicide, and you often hear someone say, I spoke with her yesterday. I even saw her. I saw him. We were together. And the following day, you hear that he has killed him or herself. And you're wondering, this is someone I was with. It means that people are going through things, and we have to be sensitive. We have to look deep in order to identify these things. For me, when we talk about depression, really, it's always about suicide and preventing suicide. But beyond committing suicide is the fact that if we have a lot of young people who are going through some moments, weeks or months of depression, you're not talking about the effect it has on their productivity if they are working, the effects it has on their families, their social life, their mental health, and effects all across different aspects of life. And that's where there is a problem, really, because a majority of persons who are depressed do not commit suicide. How many commit suicide actually? But a lot of people are losing a major part of their productive life due to depression. So, how can you really identify depression? And I mean, what's depression? American Psychiatric Association actually define depression as, you know, um, a feeling of sadness, and or a loss of interest in activities that one usually has so much interest in. So we have people, for instance, I mean, my friends know me quite well that I talk a lot. You can't be around me and not be happy. I like making sometimes useless arguments, to to generate humor. They know how active I can be when I'm around. And so suddenly, goat comes around and he's withdrawn, he's to himself, you know, and sometimes we see these things and we say, he has changed, he's a new person. You have a husband that enjoys the company of the children. And so when he comes back from work, he enjoys talking, playing with the kids. You have a husband who cannot actually sleep alone in the same house and not, be with you as a wife, or the opposite way. And suddenly your husband withdraws. He doesn't enjoy playing with the kids. He doesn't enjoy staying with you. Your wife, who is an addict to Z Word, You put Z word and she prefers to go to sleep. Something is wrong. Really, there could be a lot of signs, a lot of symptoms of depression. One of the major signs is withdrawal from things that were of interest and fun to someone. Someone who used to be a vibrant co-worker. He comes to the office, he's everywhere, he's everybody's playmate. He is probably the best performing rep or whatever, best performing worker, and suddenly he's no longer cheerful, he's always moody. He's not talking to anyone, he's always to himself and work. Something is wrong. I usually try to avoid late night meals. If I'm with my friends, they know that good, no go chop. You don't late. And suddenly I start binging. Eating anyhow. Someone who is always waking up early sleeps longer. You know, when we start noticing these changes in the way people react to the things they usually enjoy, then we have to pay more attention. So, are you at home? Are you a parent and your child that usually is over hyperactive? And he comes back from school and suddenly that changed, and he becomes this calm, quiet boy. You have to be sensitive to pick out when people change, in their behavior. And the truth is that there could be momentary times of sadness when someone loses something, someone who is heartbroken. I mean, he has some times of, loss and sadness. When someone dies, people who are close to the person, of course, feel sadness. There are mood swings. I mean, but there's always a thin line most times when people are naturally sad, when people are grieving, and when it's depression. It becomes depression if it becomes hurtful. If someone is grieving and the thoughts of death becomes predominant, and all he's saying in the time of grieving is, I should die, I should kill myself. I mean, there's no need to live again. When people start feeling or having or not seeing the feeling of worthlessness, not seeing a reason to live, not seeing a reason to continue to be alive, then watch it. If you're having a conversation and the conversation from the next person is tending towards, what are we here for? I mean, life is no more worth living, and a lot of negative thoughts, then watch it. If you have people who started having difficulty concentrating at jobs, thinking straight, people whose thoughts are always, towards death or suicide, then you have to watch out. You have to watch out. Now, I mean, really, these things are not straightforward. Sometimes we might need to be very observant to notice these changes. Now, when someone stays in a mood of sadness, a mood of no or low interest in the things that they enjoyed, and it's lasting for weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks, then really there's a need to offer an assistance. Yeah, are you going through some stuff? Virtually everyone is. We are all going through one thing or the other. I present to you talk therapy. There are so many, therapy to depression, really. But I present to you talk therapy. Really, sometimes you can hardly find someone you can confide in because of the nature of humanity in this time. It's difficult. You hear a lot of people say, I don't trust anyone. So you can't even find someone to share your troubles with. But really, there has to be someone you can talk to. There has to be someone you really can talk to. Find that someone. share this trouble with him. Don't keep it to yourself. The worst part of depression is when we suck it in, when we try to deal with it ourselves and ourselves alone. God did not create us to be alone. And that's why he said it's not good for the man to be alone. He created a second person. You know, life is not lived in loneliness. There has to be a second party. There has to be someone to talk to. And so talk to someone. It could be anybody, but someone you have, confidence in, someone you can express your feeling. The best way, or one of the best ways to come out of depression, to come out of situations that are eating you up, is to talk about it, talk about it, talk about it again. Talking helps. It relieves us. And that's why when people grieve, you tell them, if you want to cry, don't stop them. Let them cry. Give them your shoulder. Let them cry as long as they wish to cry. It relieves, and it's a therapy. And so talk, please, talk. Are you going through stuff? Are you heartbroken? Are they assaulting you in your office? Is there something eating you up? Talk about it. Hey, because there are a whole lot of people who want you to be alive. There are people who are looking up to you. It could be your parents. It could even be your co-workers. It could be your friends who pick and learn a lot from you, who want you to be alive. And so, if not for yourself, please for them. Talk. Tell someone about it. Share it with people. And when you share, you have a second idea. Friends, depression is real. But on our own, we must do what we can do to help people who are going through some times of depression. But suicide is a no-go area. Hey, has it ever crossed your mind to kill yourself? Please, it is no answer. It is no answer. Really, in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, Jesus said, come unto me, come. If you're looking for someone to talk to, you can't find a human being to talk to. Talk to Jesus. Talk to him. Come, all of you who are heavy burdened, I will give you rest. So what is this that is causing you, sadness? That is making you lose interest in things that you would have loved to do, that is stealing your joy. What is it? Whatever it is, talk. If you can't find a human to talk to Christ. The truth is that when we talk, we'll get a solution. And so, friends, it's time for us to really talk about depression, talk about it, and really find out how we can help everyone around us. And how do we start to help? We start by, being sensitive, being on the alert to see and to recognize, especially those who are with us, our family members, our friends, our co-workers. Identify when something is not right. And at least make an attempt. Make an attempt to say, hey, I've noticed what is wrong. And really, someone will talk. And when someone talks, we could save a life. Thank you, really. So it's a time for us to spread this message and join us to fight against suicide. Join us to fight against the world's leading, mental ailment, depression, and I am sure that we can save a lot of young people, if we really talk. Thank you. I hope you like this video. I hope you would subscribe to our channel. I hope you would follow us. I hope you will share where it's necessary. Stay safe and please talk. Tell your neighbor talk. Hey, you can talk to me if you want. Let's share these things together and help ourselves. Stay safe. Bye.